Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the only podcast in the UK where no one on it has chlamydia. It's the Punchline Poddy. Congratulations. So, we've had another incident.
Yeah.
Lucas, unfortunately,
Died
while on his honeymoon with his cousin.
His cousin Stan.
Married his cousin Stan. They went waterboarding because that's what the whites like to do. So we don't have Lucas anymore, but we do have a Luke.
Hey, what's up?
Mr. Luke Chilton, one of the funniest comedians in the UK.
Oh.
And also...
In the world.
In the world.
Yeah, I'll take that.
In the world.
You can't see my face, I'm afraid.
It's a very
That's a good thing that you can't see his face because he's too sexy today.
Yeah. It's a very sexy... I thought you were going to call him ugly.
No.
Pretty
not
good.
ugly.
Twist. Misdirection.
He's probably the most
sexy
in this room right now because we're kind of a little bit scary looking.
Yeah.
A little bit awkward and a little bit sweaty.
Yeah.
Whereas Luke has this natural athletic vibe to him.
Thank you.
Crackhead athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heroin chic is what most people call me.
Heroin chic.
Slightly Neo 1942 guy. I don't want to say the word, but yeah.
Neo 1940, like the Matrix.
No, like
in the 1942 era.
Like Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh, the Nazi guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Welcome to Everyone's Getting Cancelled podcast. My name is Muhsin and Yesilada. To my left, we have Farhan, the
Virgin.
Virgin. Today he's a virgin.
Yeah.
So, congratulations on getting your virginity back.
Thank you.
After a long stint with your family.
Okay.
We'll talk about your living situation later.
Okay.
You want to talk about that later?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about your living situation later. But we do have, ladies and gentlemen, a recap for you for the best pay-per-view of the year. It was amazing. It was star-studded. To be honest, Habib, McGregor, Israel Adesanya, John Jones, we don't need those guys when you have Irene Aldana, if that's how you say her name.
Irene
event.
Aldana Kebab.
Yep. She came in. She held a high guard. She got punched in the face repeatedly by the lioness, Amanda, the sexy queen Nunes. Let's be honest, right? You don't need Dan Hardy and the greatest minds in MMA to break down this fight. Here's what happened in that fight. She got punched in the face repeatedly until the judges said, "Thank you for your time." At 25 minutes. Bro, that was a beating.
That was...
Less than 40 significant strikes landed. I'll be honest. If I watched that back, I'd be hard. I'd struggle to find 40 landed significant strikes.
Total strikes 196 to 57, 6 takedowns to 0, 142 significant strikes to 41.
It went well.
Yeah.
It went well.
I mean, she didn't get finished, so
Yeah.
fair play.
But what can you really take that to the bank?
Yeah.
Something I noticed, Nunes hasn't stopped anyone since 2019.
Is it?
Yeah. She hasn't TKO'd anyone or KO'd anyone since 2019.
Who was the last person?
I think her fighting style kind of changed.
It was Megan Anderson.
Yeah.
That was by submission, and the last person she's knocked out was Holly Holm.
There you go.
2019.
2019.
So Nunes retired.
Yeah.
Do you think Nunes goes down as the female GOAT?
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Who's close second? Valentina? Chris Cyborg on longevity? Let's recap Nunes' career since winning the belt, right?
Yeah.
She became the number one contender, and everyone was like, okay, that's sweet. They're looking for a fight, right, to make. She beat everyone at their own game.
Yep.
She destroyed Miesha Tate to the point where Miesha Tate has candidly said since she's never been hit like that by another woman. The only thing that is comparable is her sparring with men.
Yeah.
And then she had Holly Holm, where she had Ronda Rousey first.
Ronda Rousey.
And it was meant to be Ronda Rousey's great return, where she was going to steamroll her, and it was a fluke, and this was just the first step towards her greatness being extended and putting her in the history books. Bro, she just got beaten up. It was outside the night.
48 seconds.
And they were fighting over a girl or a guy.
Split decision with Valentina that some people thought Valentina won. But
but whatever. She's already beaten her twice.
Beat Raquel. Beat the brakes off Raquel.
She head kicked Holly Holm. And on the lead up to that fight, everyone was saying she needs to drag Holly Holm to the ground and make it a grappling contest. She head kicked at the time what people were calling the best striker in female MMA history. Head kicked her.
You're missing the biggest one, Cyborg.
Cyborg,
KO'd
she
her.
did what people said she shouldn't do against Cyborg as well. Don't get into a dust-up with Cyborg. because she's
51
more powerful.
seconds.
She got in a dust-up with Cyborg, and she beat her at that game as well.
Yeah.
How old was Cyborg when they fought?
272 to be exact.
She was about 34,
34.
33 even.
Yeah, so she's in her prime still.
Yeah. Nunes was probably 30 at the time.
Oh no, she was about 32 actually. I'm mistaken.
Cyborg was only 32 then.
Yeah.
That was a bad.
I feel
32.
like Cyborg's been around forever.
Yeah, she
though.
has been.
Yeah. So
It
then
has been.
she just beat everyone. Jermaine Durandamy, Felicia Spencer, Megan Anderson. Lost to Juliana, but she got that one back.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Luke?
Hmm?
What were you saying? Sorry.
I was just saying. feel like Cyborg's been around forever.
Yeah,
I thought she
Cyborg,
was older
yeah.
than that.
She's like Wanderlei Silva.
She's probably
Yeah.
lying about her age.
You reckon?
Yeah, a lot of internationals like to lie for whatever reason.
Do you think that helps you in MMA?
Well, it might just be passport reasons. She might just
Ah.
be faking documents like Yoel Romero style. I don't know, but she definitely wasn't.
Have you seen
32
that?
then, bro.
Have you seen like this Cuban boxer that looks like he's 70 years old, and he's fighting someone?
Luis Ortiz?
No, not him. There's another one, but him as well.
They all lie. Oh, Rigondal, the little one.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, they all lie, but the Cubans lie about their age for obvious reasons. Yeah, but Cyborg did not look 32 in that fight.
But yeah, I think
Ancient.
Amanda does go down as the GOAT of female MMA. But Juliana Pena saying she's scared.
Oh, shut
She retired.
up, Juliana.
I think Juliana Pena's slowly become the most annoying person in MMA. She's like very annoying.
Did you see the last fight, Julie?
Nah.
Jules, listen. Julie, listen. She's not scared. She wasn't scared the first time. She wasn't scared the second time. And she's definitely not going to be scared the third time.
Yeah.
That woman is built different.
Yeah.
If you fought another 10 times, she'll win 10 times in a row.
So it looks like they're not gonna keep the featherweight division, but
There's no point.
who do you think is gonna be like the title eliminator for the bantamweight?
Let's get Tatiana involved somewhere. What can she do? Where's she at?
Tatiana's at flyweight
Bring her up.
or strawweight even.
Bring her up.
We'll do I think Juliana Pena.
She's going to be involved. Get Tatiana up there. She's huge.
I think Pena versus Holly Holm makes sense.
Boring.
Yeah.
Get Tatiana up there. Let's give it a go. She ain't got... How old is Tatiana Suarez these days? She's missed a lot of time.
Could do Valentina since she just lost. Could do Juliana versus Valentina too.
Valentina's probably got her eyes set on getting the Grasso thing back.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
she can go for bantamweight as well.
Yeah, but I think she'll probably want to sort out the Grasso thing first because that's just like a mental block that she's going to have if she doesn't.
I think this might be a John Jones situation where the belt just flies around now.
I mean, did you see what Nunes has been saying?
No.
She was like, anyone who's the champion now is a fake champion,
Oh, that's a bit peak.
right? Because we will all know that I could beat them anyway.
Ah.
And to be honest, it was a similar kind of vibe when Khabib left. It did take a few years
Yeah.
for things to kind of balance out and for us to feel like
Yeah.
the champion was a well-established champion that was rightfully there. And it's only after Oliveira defended it that you've really felt comfortable with calling him
Yeah,
the
yeah,
champion. And now Makache's the champion. We really feel comfortable with it, you know?
Oh, so let's talk about that. Dariush versus Charles.
For once in ages, I got a prediction right.
I was wrong. I
Oh
was
my
wrong.
God. Oh my God. I was one prediction away from leaving this podcast.
The thing is, yeah, that fight,
Lucas, take my point.
the first, like, I know it doesn't look that way. It's hard to look in hindsight, but the
Yeah.
first, like, 3 minutes of that fight, it looks like it was going to be a long night for Charles because Dariush was, you know, in his guard, landing punches, and, you know, he wasn't like, he didn't look in trouble.
No.
For a second, he was in like a leg lock, but, you know, he got out of it. But then, yeah, when they got up, it looked like Benil was kind of depleted, and
Yeah.
Charles landed a nice head kick, and then, yeah, that's the end of the fight, basically.
Oliveira has this way of putting you in a position where he doesn't give you time to think.
I know.
Even when you're on top of him, the leverage he was getting on those elbows,
Yeah.
bro, that hurts, man.
I didn't see how, I didn't realize how much bigger Oliveira was going to be.
Huge.
Like, and he's so like big and sturdy, and it's just like, yeah, it's quite intimidating. What do you think of that, Luke?
What of him?
The fight.
What do I think of his big body?
Yeah. No, the fight in general.
Brazilian body.
the fight in general.
Brazil.
I thought I fucking anytime Charles Oliveira is in, I'm excited because he just goes for it. So it's like it's always high risk, high reward with him, which is like that's what you want. But then he's also the fact he managed to maintain such a long level of success until what's his face?
Islam.
I don't know. Yeah, I was finding fucking exciting, man.
It's when Oliveira fights now, it feels like a cultural experience.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys now where, like, if you want to like introduce MMA to your friends, you probably want to show them an Oliveira fight.
Well, he can do everything. He can do. He does flash kicks. Like, he does like jumping kicks and like. Then he's got all the but he's also like I think wrestling has really had its day where it's like it's obviously super effective and like particularly for like a long career because you avoid strike stuff, but it's fucking boring a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like
compared to what he does.
Yeah. Whereas Oliveira always in danger, like.
Leg locks, fucking grabs your
always
elbow.
trying to end it. Yeah. Either he's getting finished or someone else getting finished.
Yeah. It's 50-50. And one thing on the exciting stuff, one thing that he didn't do this time, no flying shit.
Oh.
So still as exciting, but a little bit more calculated.
Yeah, you're just serious.
The flying shit is what got him in trouble with Makhachev. Yeah, no flying knees.
No flying knees, just good. He was calculated. I think he was just like, I need to get this win, man, because if they're going to take me serious for a rematch with Makhachev, because the first fight wasn't super competitive, I need to put on a statement. And I think he deserves a rematch, man.
I also think there was a conversation maybe with his team saying, how we've got all of this good stuff.
Yeah.
How do we now refine this to get rid of the mistakes?
Yes,
Because it's the mistakes and the bad decision.
Yeah.
It was decision. It wasn't skill that lost him fight. It was decision.
It was that stupid flying shit that got him caught.
Yeah.
And then he was hurt and then he got submitted.
Yeah.
So
he was.
But do you think he gets a rematch over Volkanovski?
That's what they're alluding to.
Really?
Yeah. That when they asked Dana about that in the post-fight press conference.
Yeah.
Dana was like, yeah, that's the fight that makes sense.
It just depends. Like, if Volkanovski beats Yair, is he going to be hurt? Is he going to be ready to get back in there in October or whatever? Because we know Islam's going to fight in October. So
the UFC doesn't want anyone sitting around. They're getting very strict on people sitting around, even more so than they have been in the past.
Yeah.
And they don't want Makhachev to sit on the side and wait for Volkanovski to fight Yair.
Yeah.
They don't want Makhachev out for 9-10 months.
Yeah.
And then lose him to Ramadan again. And then
Yeah.
So they want him busy.
Yeah, especially in October, Abu Dhabi, they need him.
Because there's been a
But
couple of bad runs of pay-per-views.
I kind of...
People chilling.
Do you feel sorry for Islam Makhachev a little bit? Because almost every opponent in the rankings is like, they've either been beaten by Khabib or Charles. And
Them
there's
being
like...
beaten by Khabib is not such a problem for him.
Yeah.
Because there are still questions that people, especially after Volkanovski, where Islam has looked more human twice now than... Well, he's looked human 3 times.
Yeah.
Because Arman, although he basically lost every round in that, was competitive. There was Arman. Volkanovski, some people thought he lost that fight, and he got knocked out by what's-his-face a few years ago.
The thing is, you have to go to like number 6 to find a guy that's... Even Fiziev was beaten by Justin Gaethje, so everyone's been beaten at some point. There's like no... I don't even know where you have to go. You have to go like right at the end of the list to find someone. But like Charles beat Chandler. He beat Gaethje. He beat Poirier.
He still has to fight those guys.
Beneil. Charles has cleared out the division for him.
I know, but he still has to fight those guys.
Yeah.
Especially like... So the route for Makhachev probably is... Oliveira next.
Yes.
If Volk beats Yair.
Yeah.
Volk.
Yeah.
And then the winner of Dustin versus Gaethje.
But do you think the BMF winner gets right over Charles?
No, they're not doing that.
They're not doing that.
They already said they're not doing that.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Because they don't want to wait for those two are going to beat the living shit out of each other.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be ready.
So is it confirmed Charles versus Makhachev?
I mean, Dana seem pretty adamant that that's what he wants to do.
I mean, Charles deserves it.
How is I'll be very surprised if Poirier and Gaethje both come out of that unscathed. If one just runs over the other.
Do you think Charles deserves the title shot?
Yes.
Over Volkanovski?
Yes.
Over the BMF winner?
Yes.
Same.
Yeah.
I do as well.
Because I love Volk.
Yeah.
But you can't let him run around like a golden ticket.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's got to be some sort of order.
Stick to your own division, man, because he's got some killers coming anyway.
And what Oliveira's done in that lightweight division has felt special. Like his resume is up there with anyone's resume now.
Yeah.
In terms of the people he's beaten and fought.
Yeah.
And stopped. I think he's only had like 2 or 3 fights in the UFC that's actually gone to a decision, which is insane.
Probably just with Max Holloway, to be honest.
And Ferguson is one of them.
Wait, who? Volkanovski?
Who to him?
Oliveira.
Oliveira, sorry.
I was going to say Volkanovski's had quite a few decisions.
Yeah. No, Oliveira's only had a few fights that have gone to a decision. One of them was Ferguson when Ferguson was already in 1 foot.
So exciting, man.
That's why Oliveira's the best, man. He puts on a fucking show every time.
I think in the end, when it's all written, Oliveira's gonna go down as a top 3 lightweight probably, because he had a lot of title defenses. He pretty much beat everyone.
Oliveira's mentality. I'm not.
Oliveira's had 3 decisions.
Yes.
Out of 44 matches.
There you go.
Insane.
Yeah. That's an insane.
That's like him. Same with like Carlos Condit.
Yeah.
Remember Carlos Condit had like 2 decisions or something.
I'm convinced those guys who are like that, don't even know how the judging system works.
Yeah.
They're like, what? What's a 10? What's an 8? What's a 9? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna get there. I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna kill him. That's how this works.
Yeah.
You silly gooses.
But Oliveira's come a long way, man, since that guy who was getting smashed by Paul Felder and all those other guys.
Do you reckon Oliveira's ever been on his back in an octagon, right, and looked out and seen the judges with their suits on and going, I wonder who those guys are? It's halfway through a fight.
Oliveira is not a decision guy, bro. He's a finisher. He's a finish or get finished guy. That's it.
Do you think that's what happens when he knows he's not going to win? He's like, fuck it, just not me out. Fan favorite.
That's how this goes.
Oh, it's funny, man.
He's a special character, and we're gonna miss fighters like that when they go. Hopefully, we get more. I mean, Oliveira's a special fighter to watch.
Never leave it in the hands of the fucking judges, Oliveira. That should be his nickname.
Sure thing, Hall of Famer now.
Yeah, man. I mean, even before this fight, he's
Bro, also just the fact like his medical history, he should just be a Hall of Famer for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Physically blind and almost disabled. And then he's beating up like the fittest guys in the world.
And he started when he was like 20, something like that. And
have you guys seen what he looks like when he's making weight?
Yeah, he looks...
It's like he's knocking on death's door every single time. Like they had him in like a hot wetsuit, whatever you call them, a sweatsuit.
Yeah.
And he was laying on the floor and all of his friends are holding his hands and he's saying a prayer with his name in it, right?
I would
he's laying on the floor like La Bronx Oliveira. It's like he's giving himself to Jesus.
I would
like he's knocking on heaven's door.
He's getting him possessed by the Finnish demon.
100%. He's going to the special place.
I would like to see him at 170 one day.
Yeah.
I think if he fights Islam and loses, then he has to go up. And then, it will be good for him, man, because you've seen guys from 155 do well at 170.
But those Donnies are very big.
Yeah, I mean, he could bulk up. Take that special acai sauce.
What I've noticed, the bulk ups rarely work.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
I mean, he can start off by fighting other guys that are his size. So.
Guys who normally do well when they go up are guys who don't have to go through a bulking up regimen. They were just already big and they were killing themselves to get down to a weight. The only times where I've seen it work is Cormier. No, Cormier didn't bulk up. What am I saying? John Jones bulked up and GSP bulked up. They went through clear bulking up regimens.
But do you think that was also natural with their age as well?
Well, I think
later on in their careers.
Well, John Jones purposely put on 60 pounds. Yeah. Like he was always... like he didn't really work hard to make 205.
Yeah.
He would just kind of not eat for the day and he'd be fine. And then he went on like a 3-year like quest to get to an appropriate weight. Cormier was already he's just huge and would kill himself to make 205. Like he would drop 50 pounds over camp.
50 pounds?
Which is insane.
So
he was a person twice a year.
So do you see things going different in a Charles Islam rematch?
No.
You think it's...
Oh, no. In the sense that I think Makhachev still wins.
Yeah.
I think it's more competitive, though.
Yeah, I think it'll be more competitive.
Yeah.
I think it might go, quite late. 4th, 5th round, maybe.
We were saying, before this fight, do we really need an Oliveira-Makhachev rematch? Boy, have our attitudes and everyone else. I think most people before this fight would have said, we don't need to see that again.
It's because... Basically, it's a combination of Islam looking human against Volkanovski and then Charles looking inhuman versus Beneil.
That's the beautiful thing about MMA. We get to see these things.
But the thing is, if you just look at what Beneil was doing, I feel like if Islam was in that position of on top, I don't think Charles probably would have got up.
No.
So it might have just been 3-4 rounds of that. So I don't know if we do need to see a rematch because it probably will be, a battering. But
well... Charles dragged him to the ground.
Oh, okay.
He pulled guard.
Yeah.
You'd think if Charles is trying to make better decisions now, you'd think he wouldn't do such a crazy thing against Makhachev.
Okay, he wouldn't do that against Makhachev.
You'd hope he wouldn't do that against Makhachev. You'd hope that the reduction in the flying stuff and the riskier stuff will also translate to him not trying to pull guard against one of the best Sambo athletes in the UFC.
Yeah. Okay, what else is
Should we segue to boxing?
No, I think, is there any more fights you want to talk about? Oh, just one thing. What's it called? The Canadians really showed out, man.
Oh, yeah, big up the Canadians.
The Canadians, man. We had this Mike Malott guy looked really good. Did you see him?
Who was his fight? Oh, yeah,
he beat Adam.
Guy.
He beat Adam Fuggit.
The 10-1 guy.
He looked really good, man. Then we had Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Miranda Maverick.
When did you guys get to fight in their home country? It's the same thing when the UFC comes to England. There is a clear home turf advantage of just the hype.
They went 5-0, man.
Yeah.
It was good. But yeah, shout out to those Canadians. I think the only one that I could see being a potential, contender is that Mike Malott guy. Everyone else seems, they'll probably be run-of-the-mill kind of average people.
Zahabi's brother.
I mean, he's been around for ages.
Yeah.
He's like 30. He's old. He's like 35.
He had a good showing.
He had a good showing, but I don't think he's going to, be a superstar. But yeah, this guy, Mike Malott, future man.
How old is he?
He's only, he's quite old actually, 31. But he's only 10-1. So he's got until 35 probably to do something.
Nice.
So yeah.
Very good.
So you want to talk about...
Should we talk about Teofimo versus Josh Taylor?
Okay. I didn't watch it, so you can talk about it.
It was very impressive.
Okay.
Because Josh Taylor, is a bad boy.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what Teofimo had left in him.
Yeah.
Even he's 25. Yeah. But he's had a lot of awkward encounters recently. His last fight wasn't convincing. He styled on Josh Taylor.
Wow.
Which is unheard of. I didn't think he would have been able to do that. Josh Taylor, and this is the problem with boxing fans, right? Now people are saying, oh, but Josh Taylor's a bum. Josh Taylor is not a bum. He was an undisputed champion for a reason. He's a special fighter. But Teofimo was still that much better. But I'm guessing you didn't see all the awkwardness with Teofimo and his dad in the lead up to the fight.
No, but I heard about it.
Yeah, like him and his dad got in a massive argument.
Yeah.
At an interview.
I heard some people saying that he needs anger management or something.
Bro, I mean, he's got a lot of demons, that kid.
Yeah. He's only 25 though, right?
In the last round, he started crying.
Oh, right.
In the corner, and told his dad he loves him, and then his dad started crying and said, I love you too, and kissed him on the forehead.
No way.
And it's like, okay, very nice, but that guy's dangerous.
What was the score going up until that point?
Clearly in the lead.
Okay, fair.
But still.
Yeah.
You still got a very dangerous guy in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see a guy like I think Josh Taylor got lucky against Castro and got the decision. But it was still competitive. This was a schooling.
Yeah. What you were saying about them calling what you saying about them calling Josh Taylor a bum? Everyone's calling Beneil Dariush a bum as well because he lost to Charles. He's not a bum.
People have short-term memories.
He's not a bum, man. He what it was like he looked really good versus guys that are at the the 5 to 10 level, but when it came to the top 3 level, that's what happened.
And another thing, right? Britain makes some good boxers.
Yeah.
However, we seem to be like a little step behind the Americans.
Yeah.
In terms of what we're producing, and it's so frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
Because we always seem to come up short against the American fighters.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that their training regimen, I guess what they're doing, how they're teaching boxing out there is just a little bit ahead of ours. And I don't know if that's going to change in the near future, but it's very frustrating to watch.
Yeah. I mean, you have we got Tyson Fury in it.
And AJ. That's what we got. Yeah.
Potentially the 2 best heavyweights. Well, not Joshua, but Fury. Yeah.
No.
I mean Usyk, innit?
He's in the conversation.
Yeah, like top 5. But I'm saying like the best.
Yeah.
Like Fury, innit?
Joshua gets a lot of disrespect.
Yeah.
The guy was not an undisputed champion, was a unified champion, and people still call him a bum.
Yeah.
What do you need to be in boxing these days to not be called a bum? Do you know what I mean? Olympic gold medalist, unified champion, good looking. That's irrelevant.
Yeah.
People still call him a bum.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So who's not a bum exactly? 2 people.
I know.
Everyone else is a bum apart from
It's mad, isn't it?
Fury.
It's mad, isn't it? Because someone like Charles Oliveira can lose 8 fights,
Yeah.
and still go down as one of the greatest.
Yeah.
But then in boxing, you lose 1 fight, your career's over.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, but that's because in boxing it's like more like they serve people up as sacrificial lambs.
That's
Yes,
true.
they do.
Like you're just like these guys have no business fighting. MMA is a lot more like it's less corrupt.
The journeyman, right? They are the sacrificial lambs. Go fight that boy. Yeah, I'll go fight him. Who is he? Don't worry about it. You get in the ring. He's a youth Olympic gold medalist with an amateur record of 400 wins with 400 knockouts. And Dave the Plumber's on the other side of the ring. Like, It's always funny when the heavyweight journeyman is when it gets kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
Because do you remember at the start of AJ's career when they were serving up Dave from Rochdale against Anthony Joshua, and he was just teeing off on these little guys, just security guards.
The mad thing is, like, a journeyman in UFC or MMA can become champion.
Yeah,
Charles was on his way to being a journeyman.
considered a gatekeeper.
He was, he's, Charles, who else?
Michael Bisping, best
Bisping.
example. Bisping.
Bisping was like more of a
The
elite
man.
He was like an elite journeyman, yeah.
Yeah, if you could beat Bisping was getting to the point in his career, so if you can beat him, you can be somebody.
Yeah.
You know, which ain't.
But they were calling him after the Luke Rockhold one. They were saying he's journeyman. Nate Diaz as well.
Yeah.
Although I think he played politics really well. I thought
Nate
Yeah,
Diaz,
he got the right fight,
real
right time.
tactical wins and
Nate Diaz,
good
that
fight.
corner fight, he didn't even get the belt, but that corner fight changed
yeah.
him to superstar status.
Nate Diaz has this amazing ability of losing a fight but acting like he won, and we all believe him.
I know. There's
Like
only
the
that.
Leon Edwards fight.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, no one even remembers that one time he got knocked out by Josh Thompson. No one even remembers that.
We've all decided to ignore that.
Yeah, it's just like no one's ever mentioned that. I'm surprised.
Dear Nate Diaz, please, if you do lose to Jake Paul, at least make it competitive. We don't need that. We really don't need that as a community. I don't want to live in a world where Jake Paul knocks Nate Diaz's spark out.
It's
I don't want to, and I know it could happen, but I don't want to see it.
it's different from Tyron losing and what's it called, Ben Askren losing or Silva. Now it's like one of the
The bad boys.
one of the bad boys
The
of
gangsters of the sport.
one of the bad boys of UFC losing. So this one's not a good look. I mean, the other ones weren't good looks either because the 2 of them were champs. Oh, well, 3 of them were champs, but 2 of them were UFC champs. One of them is the greatest of all time in middleweight. But Nate Diaz just feels a lot more gross if he loses.
I just thought of a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
The reason that Dana White is so... Hang on, let me start this again because I messed it up, right? The reason Dana White wants Tyson Fury to fight John Jones is twofold. One, he wants to keep that fight away from Francis Ngannou and the PFL.
Yeah.
And 2, he's sick and tired of boxing looking like the superior sport to MMA by all these retired guys
Yeah.
going to boxing and getting knocked out. So he wants to demonstrate the superiority of MMA compared to boxing by having John Jones grab Tyson Fury by the ears, drag him to the ground and make him call him daddy.
Did he say MMA, yeah? He said
Yeah,
MMA.
that's what they want to do, yeah.
Okay. And then there's also this
It's not going to happen.
I mean, like I'd like to see John Jones versus Fury in MMA. Like why do the MMA guys always have to go to boxing?
Yeah. Tyson Fury would be a fool
Yeah.
when he can make more money probably by
Yeah.
going fighting a plumber from Slovenia.
True.
Yeah.
He would be dumb. But I mean, if they pay him, then
One leg kick, and I reckon it'll be over.
yeah. Fury will look so weird in those shorts.
And also, it can ruin his career. If you're not used to getting kicked and then you got someone like John Jones stomping on your knees.
Yeah.
At 30, how old is Tyson Fury? 35 years of age?
John Jones is going to be mean in there as well.
Yeah, like elbowing him. Oh, I kind of want to see
And
it.
then I think Wilder and Ngannou are talking about some mixed rule shit or one fight this, one fight that.
How fun would it be if Ngannou just cleared out Wilder? That'd be hilarious.
What, in boxing or MMA?
Whatever.
In MMA, I mean, Ngannou could take him down, but you know.
No,
did you see the mixed rules fight with Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson?
Yeah, amazing fight.
Yeah.
I
thought that was sick. Also, because that added layers to the game as well. Because you were like, he knew he could empty the gas tank in the Thai guy knew he could empty the gas tank in the Thai boxing.
Knowing damn well
you see him suddenly backing up.
It was very exciting because you're watching it like, oh shit, like Demetrius has to survive.
Yeah.
If he survives, then it's pretty much a wrap. And
because in the second round, you really saw Rod Tang really change his attitude, like Luke said. Like he went straight on the back foot. It was like he was begging for mercy.
Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah.
It's exciting. They need to do it with like football.
Oh, like, okay, now we're going to do rugby.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Mash up all the sports.
That's a good thing about one championship is because they have the capacity to do that. UFC have said that under no uncertain terms they're not doing that shit.
Right. One FC is a lot of fun, man. Yeah. It's really exciting.
It is. And we were saying on this podcast a few weeks ago, for the first time, One FC had a better weekend than UFC in terms
They did,
of
man. They did.
I'm not surprised. They're more innovative. Yeah. They're a lot more like, it just feels more like they want to put on a show.
They do.
The Chowdhury guy,
Chattery.
Yeah, whatever his name is. He's a convincing talker.
He is, yeah.
He's very convincing. But
£100,000 for this guy.
He does give me the vibe of someone like if you knocked on his door as a postman, he'd hug you naked.
Okay.
He'd answer the door naked and hug you and say, "Thank you, brother."
He kind of reminds me of Bobby Lee a bit. It's got that
Maybe they're related.
It's got that Bobby Lee face.
Bobby Lee.
Actually, that's a bit racist.
That was racist. Are you a fan of Bobby Lee?
Yeah.
Luke, fan of Bobby Lee?
Yeah, I like Bobby Lee. I think it's funny.
Do you want to talk about your, not your stuff, but the Floyd Gotti guy?
Oh, yeah. Did you see this?
No.
So, Floyd Mayweather fought the son of a former gangster family, the Gotti family.
What?
Yeah. I didn't know this fight was happening either. The Gotti guy got disqualified for too much holding, pushed the referee out the way, tried to continue fighting Floyd Mayweather, got rocked by Floyd Mayweather in the street fight portion of the fight, I guess. And then all hell broke loose. The money team jumped into the ring. The Gotti family jumped in the ring. And then John Gotti's, his name is John Gotti. I don't know what his name is. The Gotti guy's daughter started threatening Floyd Mayweather's daughter on Twitter by calling her a wild animal and stuff like that, which is a little bit racially questionable to say. Not great. It was a mess.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
Why would you do a mafia fight? No
I don't know. Floyd's just like...
How much money was he making?
I don't know. Floyd's paying those taxes. I don't know what Floyd's doing, man.
Isn't there a movie about this guy? Gotti.
The Gotti family, yeah.
Yeah,
They're an old mafia New York family, yeah.
At first, when I heard it was Gotti versus Floyd, I thought it was Gatti.
Arturo Gatti.
That's what I thought. I thought that at first, and then I realized...
Coming for revenge. That'd be better.
I think it's a John Travolta movie, the Gotti shit.
It could be. There were a crime family that have kind of lost their influence in New York and stuff. But now they have like a reality show and shit. I had no clue this was happening. That flew so under the radar.
Every Floyd fight recently, does anyone know? He's had like 19 fights.
What could he possibly be making for these fights?
I don't know. Like he did the O2 and no one came.
Like who's paying him and how much are they paying him? I can't imagine he's making over $5 million.
He's had quite a lot of fights. Obviously, he fought Tenshin, which was cool in Japan.
But that made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because people still...
The Logan one, that was okay. Then he fought some guy called Don Moore. Then he fought Asakura in Japan.
Bro, this is the most active he's been in his career for the last 20 years.
Then he fought Deji.
How many fights has he had since 2020?
Quite a lot.
Count.
So he had Logan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fights.
Bro, tell me the last time Floyd was that active.
And that's since 2021. Yeah. June 2021.
So he's like on 2.5 fights a year.
But these fights are like, they're non-scored bouts even. They're not even, what's the point?
How much could he possibly make him? He must have some financial issues to be wanting to do this.
Fight stopped due to both fighters' non-compliance to referees' instructions to stop talking with each other. Okay.
Oh, is that what it was?
You can't talk in boxing.
You're not supposed to know.
I mean, I didn't see the fight. I don't know.
You're not supposed to trash talk.
What?
There's like a
gentleman's agreement,
gentleman's code of conduct thing and stuff like that. Like you're also not allowed to taunt. So you know that thing where Lomachenko famously went to the corner and told the guy to come in. You're not allowed to do shit like that. Either.
But didn't Muhammad Ali used to do all that stuff all the time?
Yeah, I guess they've tightened up since then.
That's bullshit though. Yeah. Psychological games all part of it,
and it's all fun.
Yeah,
it's fun when you see someone
showboating. Yeah.
You're not supposed to do it in MMA either. You're told to stop talking by the referees. And
really, I thought that was just like some refs' preference, or whatever.
No, it is a rule, but you can get
a
point deducted for excessive trash talk or whatever the rule is.
That's mad. That's so funny. They're like not comfortable with you saying mean words, but they're comfortable with you like cracking their skull open with a flying knee.
Like when you can't, when they apologize for someone swearing after they literally kicked each other in the head.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Are you ready to move on to the shit talking portion of the show?
Yeah.
Okay, shall we recap our weekend?
Yeah,
We went to Bradford.
Oh, we did go Bradford, yeah.
We went to Bradford for a show at the studio. The Muslims are coming. I hosted. You opened?
I did, yeah.
Did you have a good time?
It was a bit rocky at first, but it was okay overall.
Yeah, they were a little bit uptight at the start of the show, but they really loosened up. And it turned out to be quite a vibey night.
It was
quite
fun, yeah.
I enjoyed it. The audience they were an older audience, which I think was one of the reasons why they were a little.
I just want to say one thing. In Bradford, I'm sexy.
Yes.
I'm a 9 out of 10 in Bradford.
Yeah. He had girls in the audience.
Bro, tell him. Yeah.
So on the Muslims Are Coming tour, we do this thing where before the break, if I'm hosting, I'll tell the audience to like the page and leave a comment, and we'll pick one at random. But this time we did best caption wins, and they win free tickets to a future show. And there was a couple of thirsty comments from Mr. Farhan over here.
Really?
He's a 10 out of 10 in Bradford.
Mr. Solar.
Yeah. The Muslim. Do you know why? Because you're quite Muslim looking.
Yeah.
And you come with, the dark energy.
Yeah.
Whereas my set is a walking ick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like fucking
I'm
crawling on the ground and you're sucking guys' dick. And
it's
fucking.
I'm doing this noise over and over again.
You just look sweaty and
just gross.
Red. You go red.
Yeah, I get dehydrated on stage because I move around so much.
You just look like a fucking.
It's a lot.
Yeah, you got a mysteriousness about you.
Yeah.
Me.
You come with like this sexy. I kind of get a little bit turned on watching you, to be honest. So he had a couple of girls thirsting over him. There was a couple of inappropriate comments about this is the Muslims Are Coming show, right?
Yeah.
And people were making threesome jokes.
Is that spelled C-U-M or C-U-M?
I mean, that night it was C-U-M.
Yeah, there was a lot of sexual innuendos in the comments that night, which I was surprised by.
Yeah.
And then one of the girls, so I tried baiting them out at the end of the show. I was like, which one of you are thirsting over? And it was a big room. I think there's probably about 300 people.
200.
200, 300 people, but at an incline. So they're quite far away from you.
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
So I asked at the end, give me a cheer if you were one of the ones thirsting over Farhan. And I heard, there was 2 comments and I heard 2 gasps, right? Because I guess I didn't expect to get called out. And then one of them came to ask for a photo at the end. And her workmates were like, she was the one. She likes you. She likes you.
They're like, oh, she's Punjabi, mate. You'll like her.
And I was making loads of jokes, right, about it. And for some reason, he started feeling a little bit awkward about it. And he tapped me on the shoulder and goes, okay, no more jokes now. You're done now. That was fun.
Yeah. I should have told them that I am not available.
Not Muslim.
Not available.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I should have told them.
But I love Bradford. I love gigging in Bradford. There's always something about Bradford. Bradford gets a bad. Have you gigged in Bradford before?
I used to live near Bradford.
So you're aware of the negative reputation of Bradford?
Yes.
It's a nice. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I thought Bradford's fine.
Yeah, Bradford's fine. You go there and you expect to see a war zone, but the city centre's clean. There's nice old stone buildings.
The people are nice.
The food is good.
Food is good.
Food is very good. And I guess if you're maybe like a little bit racist, it's probably not the place for you.
I mean, the white people, there was loads of white people in the crowd.
The whites have gotten, what I like about the whites in Bradford, they've accepted that they are no longer the majority and they're okay with it.
I mean, yeah, they're cool. They've integrated well.
Yeah.
You see, there was like 2 blonde girls that came up like...
They probably speak better Arabic than I do.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Like they were up for it. There was a couple of Shirleys in the front row.
Yeah, they were loving it.
And I was going for them and they were loving it. At one point, one of them got up to laugh.
Oh, okay.
Which was like...
polite.
Nice. Nice, Shirley. Look at you getting it.
But yeah, man, I like Bradford. It's
We went to My Lahore for the 400th time.
Yeah.
We got the chicken...
The good thing about My Lahore is you can get something different every time.
Yeah. We got the chicken parmesan. But didn't finish it, although it was delicious. And then we went for shisha. And we had a moment of gratitude for our lives, didn't we?
Yeah.
We have good lives.
Bro, the shisha in Bradford was £13, bro.
Yeah. Oh.
We're like dickheads paying 35, 30, 40 pounds.
Assholes.
The fuck, man?
they're just giving it away.
I know.
But honestly, nights like
The
that.
funny thing is, it's £13, but I still saw a table of 5 lads still sharing one pint.
Yeah. Good for them, bro. They're each paying £3 each.
Yeah.
But yeah, nights like that.
The funny thing is, I think you wanted to split it, but I was like, nah, I got this. Like,
yeah,
we can't split.
make it even cheaper.
We can't split £13 shisha, bro.
Yes,
Just
we bloody can.
No, we can't.
When in Bradford, cheap.
Yeah, sorry, what you said.
But yeah, nights like that makes you grateful for the comedy career. If every night was like that, we'd be really fat.
And then we shared a hotel.
And then we shared a hotel, which was cute. I had a weird dream about you cooking a roast dinner in the hotel room.
Yeah, that's weird.
Look, what's your opinion on sharing a room with like a comedian mate or whatever? Shitting in the hotel room allowed?
Yeah, if you got shit, you got shit. Well, like in the toilet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made
Yeah, that's fine.
we made a no shit rule in our room.
Yeah.
Go down to the disabled toilets downstairs.
I think it's fair because if you shit in a hotel room, the whole room's gonna smell.
And also, we're both violent shitters.
Yeah.
Oh, you're violent. Yeah, I'm a sort of shy. I'm like a rabbit pooper.
Oh, really?
I'm like an anorexic girl kind of.
Oh,
pooper.
really?
Oh, that's
bro,
great.
My poos. Have you ever had a poo this long?
That's fucked up, bro.
Long. I've had huge
That's not right.
like you could take it off, put it in a freezer, and turn it into a dildo.
9 couldn't.
You've never had a shit that big?
I thought you were gonna be like, have you ever dildoed yourself with a shit? No.
Have you not dildoed
No.
yourself? Oh.
Have you dildoed yourself?
Dildoed yourself with your own shit. I'm like, that's just doing a shit backwards. That's insane.
Have you ever taken have you ever taken a poo so big it's made you realize, oh, that's what it would feel like?
What? What would feel like?
You know, getting something up the bum.
Oh.
Have you never had a poo that big going, so that's what that would feel
Yeah,
like?
No.
it's the only way Muhsin can finish.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So now I have to poo while getting sucked off.
Okay, I think that's enough.
Yeah. We've reached the limit. Okay, right. We need to finish. Okay. Look, you've never done this before, but we have a ritual
Okay.
where we call everyone incels.
Fuck yeah.
You'll catch the vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Punchline Podcast. Are we on that camera?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Punchline Podcast. Farhan, if they've listened this far, what are they?
Incels.
Luke, what are they?
Incels.
You dirty incel. And remember, you peaked in primary school. And that's that.